Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for introduction. And I'm very honored to have an opportunity to have a lecture in the Vietnamese Neurological Society meeting. I will be presenting treatment of migraine, current status, and future direction in the world. This is my disclosure. And I will start this presentation with outlining the goals of pharmacological treatment for acute treatment and preventive treatment. For acute treatment, rapid and complete pain relief, 2-hour pain-free is considered to be ideal goals, and preventive recurrence, no recurrence of pain within 48 hours, and manage associated symptoms, nausea, vomiting, photophobia, and phonophobia. For preventive treatment, reduce frequency 50 or less from the baseline, reduce the severity, duration of attack, and finally, improve quality of life. Let's move to acute treatment. Acute migraine treatment medication can be categorized non-specific medication and specific medications. Non-specific medications are indicated to mild to moderate migraine, and they are used for simple analgesics and NSAID. Simple analgesics for migraine non-specific treatment is aspirin and acetaminophen, and NSAIDs are naproxen and ibuprofen, diclofenac, are reported to be effective in the migraine treatment. And for specific medication indicated for moderate to severe migraine, and these are ergoderivatives and triptans. General principles of acute treatment. First, patient individualized approach, stratified care, that is, selecting appropriate treatment from the outset based on the patient characteristics and headache pattern rather than stepped care, that is, starting with weaker treatment and gradually increasing intensity at each attack. So stratified care is being the principle. Another principle is early administration. Taking medication when the headache is still mild, and which increase headache relief rate, reduce recurrence, and minimize the side effect. So, the educate patient to not endure and waiting, and take medication as soon as possible. For ergoderivatives are ergotamine and dihydroergotamine. Ergotamine is mainly used in combination with caffeine, and original brand name is Capergot, but it is stopped. But the generic ergotamine is widely used in the world widely, and the dihydroergotamine is only available in the United States, but has been less vasoconstrictive than the ergotamine, has been the anti-emetic effect, but not widely used in outside the United States. Clinical features and the side effect of ergotamine effectively in the early stage of mild to moderate migraine attack. However, slow absorption, potential side effects include nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, paresthesia in hand, and diarrhea. So the most of the recent guideline does not recommend ergotamine at the first line of treatment. Triptan in development. Triptan is developed based on assumption that the action of ergot is due to the cerebral vasoconstriction of 5-HT1, and therefore a selective 5-HT1B and D receptor was developed and named triptan. First commercial launch of sumatriptan in 1991, sumatriptan in the Netherlands, and the development and the release of 7 triptan drugs worldwide between 1991 and 1999 and marked the beginning of triptan era in migraine therapy. It has been a great change, great improvement in migraine care after that. And to understanding mechanism of triptan is to understanding the 5-HT-BDF receptor is important. For 5-HT1B receptor cause cerebral vasoconstriction by acting specially on the cerebral vessels, not whole blood, the other body blood vessels. But also have inhibits release of dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin, glutamate, neurotransmitter inhibition. But the B receptor is mainly vasoconstriction. But in D receptor, inhibit the mainly release of neuropeptide, thereby suppressing pain transmission and the trigeminal system, but some vasoconstrictive effect. In contrast to B and D receptor, 5-H receptor located at the terminal of trigeminal nerve and inhibit release of CGRP, a pain substance, and does not cause vasoconstriction. This Venn diagram illustrates the mechanism and the distribution of 5-HBDF receptor. In the middle of the central region, thus proposed that all the three receptor, BDF receptor is expresses. The 6-tryptophan is the co-expression in this area, and only one the tryptophan, the rizatriptan does not express F receptor, BD receptors, and the pure 5-HTF receptor is a newer drug. I will discuss it in the later part of this presentation. First-line medication in acute treatment. Triptans are superior to NSAID or simple analgesics in terms of efficacy and side effect. However, a significant number of migraine patients respond adequately to high doses of the NSAID. Therefore, decide based on the economic and the medical environment. The most recent guideline, IHS practice recommendation in 2024, described that in people with migraine not responding to analgesics or NSAID, taking at appropriate doses and early during the attack, we suggest switching triptan for the next attack. So if patient is not fully responded well, consider triptan as soon as possible. Combination of triptan and NSAID. Consider triptan alone is not sufficiently effective. In other terms, 2-hour pain-free, combining NSAID and triptan increase effectiveness, half dose of 1 day maximal dose, and that is naproxen 500 milligram and ibuprofen 400 milligram is maybe adequate dosage. Combining triptan and NSAID lead to faster onset of action and a powerful therapeutic effect. Let's move to preventive treatment. Current preventive migraine general principles. Candidate of preventive treatment. Monthly headache day, 6 or more days, or 4 or more days with a moderate disability, or 3 days or more with a severe disability are candidate. And acute treatment failure or contraindication, such as cardiovascular disorder, hemiplegic migraine, frequent prolonged aura or migraine infarction, that are contraindicated for triptan. So consider vigorous preventive treatment and use non-specific medication. And another candidates are frequent acute medication use, cutting medication overuse headache, such as being specific medication more than 10 days per month and non-specific medication for more than 15 days per month. Treatment goal and strategies. Primary goal is being 50 or more % reduction in monthly headache or migraine days. Medication selection. Consider patient comorbidities, preference, and contraindications. Start with a low dose of single agent and gradually titrate upward, and evaluate efficacy after 2 months at the optimal dose. Usually, the first effect of the traditional preventive treatment begins after 2 weeks after the initiation of medication, but the optimal effect is being expected to be happened in the after 2 months. If effective, continues 3 or more months, then consider dose reduction or discontinuation. Oral preventive medication, A, B, C, D, and others. A, anticonvulsant such as valproate and topiramate. B, beta blockers, propranolol, metoprolol, nadolol, atenolol, and timolol. C, calcium channel blockers. Pronarigine and sinarigine are known to be effective for migraine prevention. D, antidepressant is amitriptyline, TCA, and venlafaxine, SNRI, are known to be effective in migraine preventive treatment. Other medications, angiotensin II receptor blockers, candesartan and AC inhibitors, lisinoprils and methotrexate and clonidine. Angiotensin receptor inhibitors and anti-AC inhibitors, the effect is not direct by the blood pressure lowering, but directly prevent migraine preventive effect. Selection of preventive medications are very important for you. And for young women, beta blockers and topiramate are candidates for firstly considered. For elderlies, consider valproate, but avoid beta blockers and amitriptyline for conditions such as asthma, diabetes, dizziness, and dry mouth, and cognitive impairment. For patients combined with insomnia, neck stiffness, and myofascial pain, amitriptyline can be considered. For patients with the diabetes and asthma, avoid beta blockers to avoid exacerbating of these conditions. For patients with a tingling sensation on topiramate, consider changing beta blockers or valproate. For patients with chronic migraine, headache is more than 15 days per month and more than 8 days of the migraine days, consider topiramate, valproate, and Botox initially that are proven to be effective in chronic migraine. For patients with sleepy and dry mouth on amitriptyline but having myofascial pain, consider no triptyline. In patients with hypertension, consider candesartan and atenolol. And this has been the patient has been various condition and selection as the patient need and patient condition. New migraine treatment, 5-HT-F agonist. Selective 5-HT-F receptor agonists are named DTAN and does not have a vasoconstriction. 5-HT-F receptors are located in the trigeminal ganglion and the trigeminal nucleus caudalis and the cephalic vessels, and does not constrict vessels. And sumatriptan, naratriptan has high affinity to the 5-HT-F receptor. A pure the 5-HT agonists were developed and named is lasmiditan and approved in clinical practice in United States, in Japan, and Korea. This is the phase 3 clinical trial result and the Samurai named and the Spartan. Samurai study that it has been the therapeutic gain is approximately 20%. Also similar result in Spartan studies. So the therapeutic gain of the lasmiditan is similar to sumatriptan and studied, but the problem is that they have been the high side effect, consider most frequent adverse effect is dizziness in 10 to 15%, and paresthesia 5%, and somnolence, fatigue, nausea. But cardiovascular adverse effect is usually mostly mild. Therefore, consider using in cases where the triptans are contraindicated, ineffective, or cause side effects such as cardiovascular disease. Side effect is dizziness is 24-50% of cases, so always consider, advise the patient if before use. And another problem is drowsiness in some cases. So advises to patient not drive cars at the day of the medication at the initial use. Botox treatment, I discussed it in depth in the yesterday, is but very effective medication, which is the refractory to oral preventive medication. And the CGRP target treatment. CGRP is been played a central role in the pathophysiology of migraine, by affecting neurogenic inflammation and blood flow in cerebral vessels and pain transmission. To date, 4 CGRP targeting monoclonal antibodies and 4 CGRP receptor antagonist GFANT has been developed in the world, and thus 4 monoclonal antibodies are used for preventive treatment. Among 4 GFANT, 3, rimegepant, ubrogepant, zavegepant, has been approved for acute treatment. 2, rimegepant and atogepant has been approved for preventive treatment. Atogepant is currently under clinical investigation for use of acute treatment. This is been European Headache Federation, American Headache Society, IHS guideline is focusing on the CGRP targeting therapy. European Headache Federation guideline in 2022, CGRP monoclonal antibody as the first-line treatment option can be suggested when only monoclonal antibody are available at that time. And in 2 days after American Headache Society guideline, when the CGRP GFANT is being launched, CGRP targeting therapy recommended as a first-line treatment. That means that monoclonal antibody and the GFANT are both be considered first-line therapy. The IHS guideline is being described that if having comorbidity, such as patient with depression or sleep problem, and first option should be always be migraine-specific drug. In other words, it means that it is the CGRP target therapy. In chronic migraine patient, atogepant and chronic CGRP monoclonal antibodies and the Botox and topiramate are suggested. So most recent of the guidelines are recommended CGRP targeting therapy as first-line treatment. CGRP monoclonal antibodies. Key findings in CGRP monoclonal antibody treatment: sustained effect with injection once a month or once every 3 months. Approximately 20 to 40% patients are super responder with 75 or more % reduction in migraine frequency. Surprisingly, in 10%, headache completely disappear, 100% reduction, and no dose adjustment is necessary. About 50% of patients experience 50 or more % reduction in monthly head migraine days. In 25%, however, 25% do not respond to CGRP monoclonal antibody treatment. In other words, 75% do respond. Patients who did not respond to previous treatment, including Botox, show a similar response rate when initiating CGRP monoclonal antibody therapy for the first time. Side effects include injection site pain, injection site rash, constipation, and hair loss in 5 or less %. CGRP receptor antagonist. CGRP receptor antagonists are named GPANT, and for acute treatment, therapeutic gain for GPANT 5 or 7% seemed to be low compared to triptan 16 to 21% and the lasmiditan 7 to 17.5%. Previous trials of GPANT caused concerns regarding hepatic toxicity. However, newer GPANT does not have no hepatotoxicity with a single treatment of rimegepant and ubrogepant and no constrict cranial arteries. Clinical significance of CGRP receptor antagonist in acute migraine treatment is first-line therapy for patients who cannot use triptans due to cardiovascular disease or risk factors. Second-line therapy for patients who do not respond to triptan or cannot tolerate them due to side effect. Atogepant for preventive treatment of migraine. Atogepant became available in Korea in May 2024, orally on daily basis, and the therapeutic onset begins within 5 to 7 days of treatment, and the decision on the treatment of efficacy is generally made after 3 months of use, and its effectiveness in migraine prevention is comparable to that of the anti-CGRP monoclonal antibody. Response side effects include weight loss and nausea. It causes been approximately 10% weight reduction. It's very profound. And drugs in development. Anti-pituitary adenylate activating polypeptide PACAP monoclonal antibody. PACAP acts on dural inflammation, which is a key process of migraine pathophysiology. And the anti-PACAP monoclonal antibody showed positive result in clinical trial. Mean migraine day reduction is 6 days in treatment group, whereas 4.2 days in placebo group. However, AMG 0301 is anti-PACAP receptor antibody, monoclonal antibody clinical trial showed a negative result. New botulinum toxin, IPN 10200 developed by the Ipsen. A phase 2 clinical trial is currently underway for patients with episodic migraine and chronic migraine. Doxybotulinum toxin is being long-acting botulinum toxin is developed, and also phase 2 clinical trial is currently underway for high-frequency episodic and chronic migraine. Summary, this is my last slide, and acute drug, NSAID analgesics, triptans, ergot, conventional preventive treatment, anticonvulsant, beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, antidepressant, ARB, A, B, C, D, and others, and the CGRP monoclonal antibody, monthly or quarterly injection, 50% achieved, 51 more percent reduction, and 20 to 40% achieved 70 or more percent reduction, and well tolerated overall. Side effect occurred in 5%. Gepant is with no vascular action and valuable for patients with cardiovascular disease and triptan resistance. And some agents cover both acute and preventive use. I heard that the rimegepant will be launched, planned to be launched next year in Vietnam, and will be great to be helpful for the migraine cares. And this is the end of slide, and thank you for attention.